Hey, vacation dreamers, welcome to Book Solid, the podcast where two travel advisors share insider tips, talk about our favorite destinations, bucket list experiences, and everything you need to know to make your next vacation unforgettable. We'll break down what's included, what to watch out for, and keep it real with plenty of laughs along the way, while we help you plan with confidence. Let's jump in.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. We have a very fun episode for you guys today. We're going to be talking about Epic Universe, and we have a special guest today. Her name is Sarah Beth. So, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Beth. I'm a fellow Access Travel Group agent with Amanda and Brianna, and I'm excited to be joining today to talk about our upcoming retreat in Epic Universe and all the things. But I've been in the industry for just about a year now, officially, and just excited to join.
We're excited to see each other. We
Yeah.
took
Yeah.
um, we first met on a cruise in March.
March. Yeah.
Yep. And did the Disney Wish together and all roomed and then became fast friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys are stuck with me now.
Oh,
So.
yeah. Same.
Right. But we thought it would be fun to kind of say Sarah Beth has been to Epic. And that's what we are going to do. We're going for our agency retreat, but then we're also going to do a day at Epic beforehand. Sarah Beth has gone, so we thought it'd be fun to kind of pick her brain. She can tell us what we need to do and what we don't need to do, um, what we're looking forward to, and then we'll come back afterwards and do a full recap too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pumped to get to see it in its full force. I got to visit Epic Universe before it opened for a preview day, and so I don't think it was at full capacity. And that was actually the day that the Ministry of Magic, Battle at the Ministry attraction had reopened without the virtual queue option. So it was super chaotic that day. If I'm being very transparent, I did wait 3 hours in line for the Battle at the Ministry. But as a Harry Potter super fan, I loved it so much that it was worth it. But I'm excited to go back and see it, now that the newness has died down just a little bit, but also now that it's back up and running in its full force. So I can't wait for you guys to get to experience. What land are y'all most excited to go to? Or portal, I should say.
Dark Universe being my fall Halloween self. Either that or Harry Potter, the Ministry of Magic. But I think Dark Universe.
I think mine is the How to Train Your Dragon.
Mm.
Um, I'm not the biggest Harry Potter person, so I probably don't appreciate it as much as one should. I've made it through the most of the movies to at least like recognize. But I think I was past the point when the books came out, so I never read them.
Yeah.
Um, so mine's probably How to Train Your Dragons. I feel like it's from the pictures and the other influencers and stuff. You see, it's very immersive,
Hmm.
and the theming is done really well.
It is, I mean, they're all so unique. It was truly like how they made it feel so cohesive, but so immersive once you're in the portals themselves, truly blew my mind. I didn't think that I would love Dark Universe as much as I did. It was my favorite. I was
Okay.
also there in May, so it was super hot. I will say be prepared for Super Nintendo World because it's like on turf, and so it was just radiating heat. So make sure you pack your fans and you are hydrated and have your water filled up before you go to through that portal. But in addition, the Ministry of Magic portal with the extension of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I think this is a very niche extension of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. The others are more in your face, right? With Hogsmeade, Diagon Alley, you have the castle, you have Gringotts. Like it is very surface level fan could catch on. But I
Hmm.
do think with this portal, I mean it ties in the Fantastic Beasts series. I mean, so it's awesome. Like if you are a super fan, there is so much magic literally and Easter eggs around every corner, whether you're in the queue for the attraction or you're literally turning your head around corners to find a spot to eat or sit. Like there is so much to see and take in, but it is super niche.
Yes.
And
Because
then
I was
How
going to
to
say
Train Your
too.
Dragon.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead. No, no.
But even with like the Ministry of Magic, even one of the rides is geared towards Umbridge, which you have to know who she is and like her backstory to fully understand, what in the world is going on. So you have to have read or seen the movies to know who her character is.
Yeah, yeah. And the How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, it's so good. It's so cute. I really want to make sure we take the time to see the show there, The Untrainable Dragon, because I had started the show when I was there, and then they were having some like malfunctions or technical errors about halfway through. So we had to be escorted out of the theater, and we all got an individual express pass to be used on another attraction. But so that was very nice. But I really want to see it in its fruition because what I saw, I was just so blown away. Like the shows here, both that show and then the Cirque show at inside the Ministry of Magic is just top notch. And even Dark Universe, it's so immersive. Like I ran into Igor walking around there and he interacts with the cast member, or the not the cast members, but the guests that are there. And the Invisible Man was there. I mean, it's just so cool. It's so cool. So we will need to keep an eye out though on the weather leading up to it because if it rains, we definitely need to, or there looks like it might rain in the afternoon, you need to get all of the outdoor attractions done first because there are a lot of outdoor attractions.
Good note.
Yeah.
I heard that I know a lot of people beeline as soon as they get there to go straight to Super Nintendo World. And I've always heard too from a lot of people that have been multiple times, they even say to actually wait to go to Super Nintendo World until nighttime because a lot of families have already done it. The crowds are not as busy, it's not as hot because from my understanding, it's like the hottest area because
Mhm.
I mean, obviously it's literally brand new, so all the trees are growing, so it's gonna take a while until there's actual shade. But from my understanding, it is the most like open space
Yes.
and it's
Yes.
hot.
Super exposed. It's hot physically, literally, and figuratively. But when I was there, so there's certain portals that are open for early park access. So we also need to keep a pulse on which ones that is the day we're going to visit because mine changed. It was like Dark Universe was not normally open for early park access, but on the day I was there, it was. And so I knew too that Super Nintendo World was going to be bonkers. So I went straight to Dark Universe, and that was the first portal I got to experience. So maybe that's why I also just was like pleasantly surprised because I was just so overwhelmed with the new exciting feeling of being in the park. But I went straight to Monsters Unchained, which I rode 2 or 3 times that day, actually. The other attraction in Dark Universe was down for whatever reason that day. I can't remember why it was down, but it was down. Every time I was in that portal, it was down. So I didn't really worry about it. I knew I'd come back.
Are the rides in Dark Universe, are they scary or are they more of like a thrill with the little
That's a great question. So the the way the attraction is set up for Monsters Unchained, it is set up very similar to the castle ride, like the mechanics of the ride. So you're moving from room to room, and there are different classic monsters throughout the experience. So if you can handle like Aragog from the castle ride, like jumping out at you, or the Dementors or things like that, it's very similar to that experience, but with the what is it, the Swamp Man, or all the different Dracula, Frankenstein, all of the classics make an appearance, and so I don't think it's super scary, but I did ride it 2 or 3 times, and I kind of saw something new every time.
oh,
Hmm.
Yeah. And then the other attraction is not scary. It's kind of a spinny ride, so my motion sick friends definitely should be warned, but I don't think it has like a scary storyline to it or anything.
Um, Food. I'm a big foodie.
Mm. I feel
I like my
like,
food.
yeah, I did not have enough time to eat all the things that I wanted to eat there, and I was super hot. And so I was like kind of not feeling super hungry that day just because of how hot I was. And then, as I mentioned, I did wait in a 3 hour line for Battle of the Ministry. So that did take up a lot of my day. I did get lunch inside the Ministry of Magic portal, the Wizarding World at the quick service spot. I just got like a baguette sandwich situation with the lavender tea, iced tea, I think it was. It was so good. Highly recommend. And it came with fries. So it's just like the perfect, it wasn't too heavy, not your traditional theme park food. Later on, I did get a snack at Toadstool Cafe inside Super Nintendo World because I needed to get the mushroom shaped garlic knots.
Oh,
Delicious.
yeah.
So good. And that was where I got my refillable mug as well. And so they have those Coke Freestyle machines all over the park, and you can refill it every 10 minutes. So I don't even really drink soda, but just having the option to get unlimited water or Gatorade, which was so nice because even a water bottle can cost you $5 if you get a few. That makes the refillable cup worth it. So highly recommend that. And then in I did get an ice cream cone at the ice cream shop inside Celestial Park. So that was delicious. You could get really cool toppings like cheesecake bites and all sorts of fun things. And then I wish I could have gotten one of the mac and cheese cones inside Isle of Burke as well as the like kebab options, but I was a little full, so I did not get to do that. But I've heard they're so good and they looked delicious, like it smelled good. And then same thing, I really want to try Das Steakhouse inside Dark Universe. I just think it would be super cool and immersive, but there's so many places to eat. I did have dinner the night before at the hotel bar inside the Helios Grand Hotel, and I still dream about the food that I had there. It was so good. And the vibes were immaculate because it was at night and I got to see them doing like the fountain show and the park was all lit up. I mean, very picturesque experience.
I made reservations for that our night beforehand before we go to Epic. I was like, I heard
Yeah.
people talking about it, so I'm gonna do it. And then I had to like I looked at when the sun was setting. Like I went so far to
Yes.
look when the sun set to make sure my reservation lined up to where I was there with enough time um, to check it out. So, but you guys are going to Halloween Horror Nights,
I
which I
know. It's like,
think the
wait,
hard
why are we
box.
not going? Never mind.
Halloween Horror Nights. We are
Mm.
choosing to be scared out of our marbles. I'm debating on getting the little light up necklace that says like scaredy cat or whatever it's called because that is me, but I'm pumped.
Mhm.
I heard you need to make sure the lanyard and the medallion both light up. So to make sure that you're fully like not scarable, both need to be lit.
Hmm.
Just
Good to know.
latest I've heard on it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited. I really was following Brianna's lead on that one because I have been a little busy, but also just along for the ride. I love Universal. I've been a few times in the last couple of years, but never done Halloween Horror Nights.
Mhm.
So every time I go down to Orlando to either of the parks, I always try to find something new that I've not done because I think that's what makes these destinations so special is you can go 100 times and there's still something new, whether it's a new attraction, a new show, a new character meet and greet, new food item, whatever it might be. And so in this case, it's Halloween Horror Nights for me this trip, but um, I'm excited. I'm a little scared. but I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I
And
don't even know what house I'm most excited for. Like, I think we'll be able to do them all since we have the Express Pass, which I think is a great investment for anyone going to Halloween Horror Nights. But
Since we
um,
got it on the Stand Scream, we will be able to start going to the haunted houses early. I saw someone post
oh,
who did
cool.
like the preview week or whatever. I've been watching it like a hawk. They did mention they kind of do like a staggered release of the different houses, so we can slowly just start making our way to all the. I can't
Oh,
remember off
cool.
the top of my head. I'll have to pull it up, like later. But they do a staggered release. I think they start at like 5, and then it's like 15-minute waves. So by the time 6 o'clock hits, when the actual event starts,
You've
all
probably
the
done a
houses will be
couple.
open.
Yeah.
So we should be able to knock out several houses before the actual event even starts.
I was telling my brother that I was going to this, and he was like, "Sis, they have a Freddy's one or whatever for Friday at Freddy's, first night at Freddy's, Five Nights at Freddy's. That's what
There you
it's
go.
called." I was like, "It's something at Freddy's. They have
Hmm.
a Five Nights at Freddy's one. Like, I'm so jealous." And I was like, "Great, I'll make sure to go to that one and remember all the things."
Yes.
I feel like that one will be fine. And same thing with like the weird one about cats. Like, I don't mind that stuff. I hate clowns. That's my thing. Don't do it. And so I know there will be a lot of them.
So
So
we need to be careful of the clown scare zone and then obviously the Terrifier. Although Art the Clown is not really a clown, he's more of like a demon.
yeah,
We're so
yeah.
on the Pennywise.
Are we gonna do the wet route on the Terrifier where you
Might
get
as well, you
soaked?
know,
Oh,
maybe.
yikes. I will say, bring this back to Epic Universe really quick. I did not go on the water ride inside Isle of Berk. I should have because it was so dang hot that day. But it looks like one of those attractions where you're not totally sure exactly how wet you're gonna get because you are trying to like shoot targets like you're in flight practice. It's really cool, super immersive.
Hmm.
But you also are able to like point your water guns at or the blasters, whatever they're called, at the other boats that are moving throughout. So if like you have a punk kid who wants to get the person across from them soaked, they can do that. Or sometimes when you hit a target, it like spits water out at you. So it's definitely a you have no idea how wet you're going to get situation. You could be completely dry when you get off of it, or you could be soaked. So that is something to keep in mind. But it's I don't think there's like a height requirement on that one or anything. So it is fun for families, which I think is great.
Hmm.
Are you guys going to ride the big roller coaster inside Celestial
Stardust?
Park?
Stardust?
Yeah, Stardust Racers.
I mean, if anybody wants to ride it, I'll definitely do it.
I was not able to ride it last time. The seats are not as forgiving, understandably, for um, like larger guests, but it seems like you need to be really locked in there. So I'm totally okay with that. And
Like, I'm good.
I want to ride it, but maybe another trip. So you have to ride it. It seems so good, but I love big coasters. So
maybe if Natalie can do it, I can do it. Mm, my max is like rockin' roller coaster.
have you been on Velocicoaster?
No, nope,
Oh.
that was a hard pass.
Then maybe not Stardust then, because I've heard that they're very
I've
comparable to each
they are
other.
very comparable.
So maybe not.
But I
Yeah.
don't think your feet dangle on Stardust Racers if that is something that like makes you extra cautious. Because I also don't love when my feet dangle, but um yeah.
Velocicoaster, you sit and then
hmm
you're strapped in up top.
But your
So
feet
mine
dangle.
knows. Um, but no, it's the upside downs that kill
Mm.
me. Although I did
Mm.
do the Incredicoaster at Disneyland. My friend brought me on there and I about died, but it's fine. We survived. Staying when we go down in a couple weeks, we're staying at the dockside
Margaritaville Cottage. Oh, sorry.
the night before. We're staying at Docks.
Endless Summer,
Summer
Dockside, in Suites.
and suites in a
Yeah.
2 bedroom. We
Yep,
got.
in a two-bedroom suite.
I'm kind of excited. I haven't stayed there. I've heard they're really nice.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
looks nice online.
Yeah, I'm excited to check that one out because, of course, there's so many perks to staying at one of their versions of deluxe properties because of the included express passes at some of them and the proximity to the parks. But sometimes you just need a little bit bigger space or more budget friendly. And I do think that they have some great options outside of the deluxe resorts, and so I'm excited to see that one. I typically stay at Disney and then do like a day at Universal, but now, I mean, Universal is its own standalone destination with Epic Universe and Volcano Bay and both of the parks and getting the park to park ticket so you can ride the Hogwarts Express. I mean, it truly is its own probably 3 to 4 day
Hmm.
experience if you want to do it right, in my opinion. And with that, like being able to stay on Universal property, get that early park access, have that in resort transportation option, going to City Walk. I mean, I don't think it's an add-on anymore. It's its own destination. So when I went and saw Epic Universe in May, I stayed at Stella Nova. So I got to walk from Stella to Epic Universe, which was very convenient. But and then I did take the bus over to City Walk from Stella Nova, which was cool. But I'm excited to check out this one. I think, with it being a two-bedroom suite, it's going to be a perfect setup for us with being, adults and wanting some extra space as well, taking up extra space, having all of our bags. But I think it'll be perfect for families and having extra space for them too. Dedicated adult areas, kid areas, all the
Hmm.
things.
I do plan on having more than I had on my cruise, just FYI.
Oh my goodness. For anyone who's missing the context, Amanda packed for like 5 days in a carry-on and like a backpack. It was bonkers. Whereas I think I had 2 suitcases. So,
To be
Uh,
fair, I
I
have
did too
upgraded
much.
my suitcase. I now have
oh,
a
good.
large suitcase that is not bursting at the seams. Granted, I think
Fantastic.
this trip it will be bursting at the seams with all the different outfits that, we're going to be wearing between
So many
Halloween
outfits.
Horror Nights, Epic Universe,
Epic.
Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and then all the outfits we're going to wear during the retreat. Like, it might be bursting at that point.
Yeah, I am not even at the point of thinking about what to wear yet. But I do know I want to order a fun like Halloween shirt for Halloween Horror Nights. So I do need to do that before I miss out on shipping windows. I just ordered the villain ears off of Shop Disney, the purple ones that have kind of all the villains on it to go with our outfits for Mickey's Not So Scary. I don't have like a specific villain in mind for that. I saw a cute shirt that was like pick your poison and it had the poison apple, it had the Cusco poison, it has like a bunch of different things. So I think I might just do that since it's multi-villain incorporated. But again, that's like really all I've thought about. I'm so pumped to also check out the Margaritaville cottages. I think that is going to be awesome. And it's again just a totally different option for our clients to have as an option for them to consider for these large families. You get a lot of the benefits of staying on property at the Margaritaville cottages. So I think it will be really cool to get to see that.
Hmm. Yeah. And it sounds like too that we're going to be in two different types of buildings. Like we're going to be in the larger building and the smaller. So we're going to be able to get a lot of content and be able to see it in person, what a lot of these different room types look like, which will be
Yeah, yeah, I think so. It's going to be awesome. I've not ever even stepped foot on that property. And so it's another new thing, I guess, for this trip to Orlando. But yeah, I had a client reach out not that long ago about specifically being interested in the Margaritaville cottages. And I was like, well, actually, I'm staying there in September, so I will report back all my findings and let you know. But Same thing with Epic. I've had so many Epic inquiries lately, and my only experience had been from a preview. So I was like, I got to figure out for myself, like suss out what the crowds are like now that it's at full capacity. And I have clients going in November, October, February, like quite a few different times of year. So I'm like, listen, we're trying to figure out what the crowds are looking like. My best friend who I've gone to Disney with my whole life, we grew up for best friends for 20 years. Her whole family is taking a last minute trip to Disney, but they're doing a day at Epic the same day we're going to be there. Out of like they planned their days of what parks they wanted to go to on which day, and they're like, yeah, I think we're going to do Epic on the 25th. And I was like, I'll see you there. Can't
Okay.
wait. And she lives back in Louisiana and I'm in DC. And so the fact that we're going to be in the same place at the same time in a totally different place is bizarre. But um, yeah, they were even like, it's low crowds at Disney that week. And I was like, Epic is new. It is unpredictable that we don't have the historical data on what to expect.
Mhm.
There's a lot of excitement around it. So I'm interested to see what the crowds are like.
Yeah, for sure.
Are they at full capacity now? I haven't heard like
I think so. I don't remember the exact specifics, but when I was in that 3 hour line for the Battle of the Ministry, the person in the queue with me or right next to me, because I just went by myself for the day, but I made friends with the people around me. They were a team member at Universal, and they were actually a part of the ticketing department. And they were telling me that at that time it was definitely at limited capacity. Like I think they said the capacity in that park is 50,000, and for previews it was at 15,000 people. So, and he did tell me an interesting fact. The queue for the Battle at the Ministry can hold up to 8 hours of people in line.
Yeah,
So the goal is obviously for it to never be that long because that is a long day.
that's a fact.
But it definitely like winds you around. It has those options to like extend the queue very similarly to the other attractions at Universal, where if it gets backed up, they can add more on and all of that. But and they did have water refill stations throughout the queue, which was super
Good.
nice. But I can't wait for you all to see it.
I know.
What are you most excited about?
Honestly, just like seeing everything. Like I know I said that I'm excited about Dark Universe, but truly like just to see it in person because, we've done our trainings, like we have studied these parks, like we understand the parks, and I've seen it all through social media, everybody sharing their videos and pictures, but I'm excited to see it like in person and actually get to experience it and see it all for myself. So really everything, honestly.
that. I just want to get my feet in there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
to again just kind of soak it in. I am fully prepared not to ride all the rides because I want to make sure I at least get into all the lands to just even see it. And so to be able to report back to clients as best as I can, even though it won't feel like a full real day.
Mm-hmm.
But with our agency, we're really good about sharing what works from other agents who have experienced it full day to have those strategies. So I just the feel of being in the park and saying, "Hey, we've been in here, we've experienced it to some extent, so we kind of have a general idea." Because I've helped plan Universal without going, and then have planned it since, and I'm like, I didn't do a very good job.
I'm sure you did a great job knowing you, but it is different to walk the walk, talk the talk,
Different.
all of it.
All the little things. I was like, I had no idea there was this giant walkway in between the parks and like City Walk, and you have to go through City Walk. Like it just really doesn't dawn on you
Hmm.
when you've actually done it. And then you're thinking back, what did I tell these clients to do?
Yeah, that's why we know because we go, right? We
Exactly.
live the motto. So I'm just excited to see you all experience it too, right? Like I'm not an expert necessarily because I've only been once, but in our group I will be because I'll bid more than you guys. And so I'm excited to just see it through the eyes of other people who are seeing it for the first time, but also to take in things that I just totally missed last time I was there. I did not get to spend as much time just walking around Celestial Park, right? Or because I was bopping into all the portals. And I will say, logistically, the flow of it for our Disney people, it's very similar to Magic Kingdom with the hub and spoke concept, right? Like you have Celestial Park as the center and then all the portals around it to me correlate very similarly to the castle and the lands around Magic Kingdom. But so that made it easy to navigate because once you're in the portal, you really don't see anything else around you. It is that immersive that you are like, I am about to go into Frankenstein's castle. What do you mean Super Nintendo World is right over there? Like it's how they do it is it takes I actually had a client ask me if how it compares to, right, like Pandora in Animal Kingdom. And I think it is just as immersive, if not more. And so yeah, it's just so good. It's so good. And I need to think about what food I want to eat on this trip. Maybe we can all get things and split and share because there's so much. But just I think my tip for any travel agents that are going here for the first time and for you too is it's a lot. You're not going to get it all done. I didn't get it all done. I don't think I'd get it all done if I went twice, like just because of the way we want to experience every aspect of the park that we can. I think for our clients who are going for one day, if they have the right strategy, work with someone who's been to the park and can walk the walk and talk to the talk, sure, they can do everything, a lot of things in one day. But for us, I think there's just so much to take in between the accessibility things, the menus, the attractions, the logistics, the experience, the team members. Like it's just so much. So we're all in this together.
And they've said that, like they even say that about Disney. Disney was not created like a one-stop, once in a lifetime vacation. Obviously, a lot of families do that, but Disney was not created for you to just show up one time and you've done everything. It's constantly changing, and Universal is basically the same concept, even though they don't like advertise it, but it's the exact same way. Like you said, you can't go to Epic one day and do everything. It's impossible.
No, I actually have a lot of clients going to do one day park to park with the other two parks, and then they're doing 2 days at Epic.
Mhm.
And it's going to be a lot easier in 2026, right? When you can bundle all of the parks together.
Yeah.
But for my clients going in 2025, I'm like, well, we have to get 2 one day tickets to Epic, right? And kind of explain that to them. But um, yeah, it is there's just so much goodness to take in. And right, depending on what you're interested in, like if you have someone in your travel party who is obsessed with Super Nintendo World, I could 100% see people spending 4 hours in there because of just all the activations with the power-up bands and things like that, and collecting all the points and riding the attractions. Like there's, I think, 3 attractions alone just in Super Nintendo World, plus the character meet and greets, plus the power-up band. Like there's if new Super Nintendo is your thing, you spend half your day in there easy,
Okay.
let alone trying to get to all the other portals.
Hmm.
That's how like very avid Harry Potter fans too treat the Wizarding World over in the two main parks. Because
Oh yeah.
I think that was one thing that kind of shocked me when I was over there. I'm like, people just hang here. Like,
Hmm.
they just come to hang. And
Hmm.
that's like really foreign to me.
Yeah.
I was like, they're just here. Like, this is
Hmm.
the whole reason they came to Universal. And not being a huge Harry Potter fan, appreciating it. It's kind of like how I appreciate Star Wars. I appreciate it for what it is, but I don't understand it all. My A, you guys might want to get a leash. You know how I wander.
That is true. We need to purchase one of those.
Yeah, adult leashes.
Right.
You know how I just tend to right out. Um, What I have, and maybe I've missed it, can you get the butter beers at the Ministry of Magic? Can you?
Yes.
Yes.
One thing I
Mhm.
haven't really like heard or seen or not like
Yeah, they're in different cups. Like they have these like goblet things that are a little different than in the other two parts of the park from what I remember, but you can get them there.
oh, that's good to know.
I can't wait.
Like me some butter beer.
Ah,
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Thank you, Sarah Beth, for coming on and sharing it with us and giving us all your tips. We can't wait to see you. Brianna, I can't wait to see you. If you have been to Epic, comment, share what your favorite part of Epic was. If you haven't been to Epic, tell us what you would most look forward to going to Epic. And then when we return from our retreat, we'll make sure to kind of do a recap of what we experienced, and maybe we'll even bring Sarah Beth back and do a whole nother recap because we loved having you on here. Oh my god, it was so fun. So yeah, thanks for sticking with us. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the Spotify's, the Apples. We're everywhere. Um, but thanks for listening. That's it for this episode, Vacation Dreamers. We hope you picked up some tips, ideas, and a little extra magic for your next adventure. If you enjoyed hanging out with us, be sure to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can also find us on Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts for even more travel tips and updates. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep planning, and we'll see you real soon.